Do 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 do. Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome back for another episode of Cooking with Men Who Know Taste. And today we'll be doing one of our favorites. It is tuna fish sandwich. Now I know what you're thinking. Why is a tuna fish sandwich one of your favorites? It's easy to make, and it also is one of those things that's filling. It's got tuna, which has a high level of omega-3s, and basically, you know, it's just a staple. You gotta know how to make it right. So today's ingredients are going to be mayonnaise. Make sure you choose a mayonnaise of your liking. This is Hellmann's brand. I recommend it, but you could go with what you like. We're gonna also be doing pickles, kosher dill pickles. That gives that little extra kick. White bread. Make sure it's white, because if it's white, it will make it right. And then, of course, the star of the show, chunk tuna in water. Make sure it's in water instead of oil. It's a little bit more healthy. Plus, it's a lot easier to work with. The oil kind of like makes it super thick and hard for the mayonnaise to bind it. So it's something to keep in mind. All right, so what we're gonna be doing is dumping the water from the can to put the tuna in the bowl before we start the mix. And we're gonna be adding one last ingredient, and that is lemon, to cut the tuna taste so that you don't have that tuna breath. All right, I'll be right with you. All right, so drain the water. And as you can see, the chunk tuna comes out nice. You want to make sure it's got a thick consistency. You're going to dump that in your bowl. Make sure you get everything in there. Well, that's the kitchen help. That's my sister Deanna. Say hello, Deanna.
Hello, Deanna.
Deanna is a 5-time Michelin chef in pastries, but she gave it all up to pursue her life in the circus. So she'll be visiting from time to time. Just keep your eye out for her. All right, and a little bit about my backstory. My name's David, and I am a medical professional, but I'm actually studying to become a full nurse, and then eventually a nurse practitioner, and then hopefully a doctor of nursing. So you may see me later, and then maybe I'll wait on you. I don't know. So what I've gone ahead and done is got the tuna all together. We're going to add the mayonnaise. We're going to do copious amounts. Let me go ahead and get the lemon.
Why lemon, David?
As I stated before, lemon is going to cut the fishy taste. So, when you're doing your mayonnaise, I always say about 2 to 3 giant heaping teaspoons. Why?
Why?
Well, it's a good source of fat. And when you're doing just to make basically omega-3s, the only other source of fat is that, the omega-3s. And then this is a bad fat to counterbalance it. So I did 2 big heaping scoops and then just a little bit for a third. All right, let's take a look. There we go. And we want to make sure that we stir in clockwise, not counterclockwise.
Why is that?
Because that will call upon the evil spirit of Cthulhu.
Oh, is that Lovecraft, David?
H.P. Lovecraft, correct. Make sure you go clockwise and really get into that tuna chunkiness because it's thick. That's how you know the fish lived happily, because its meat is all thick and just chunky. If it's loose and really falls apart, the fish had a sad life. Probably committed suicide.
Sad life.
Yeah. Alright, and as you can see, the consistency is nice and chunky thick. What we don't want to get is an overly watery fill. So we are going to do the lemon, but we're not going to do it as a drench. We're going to do it as a dousing, like you're dousing out a fire. So 1 quadrant, 2 quadrant, 3 quadrant, 4 quadrant, round the world. There you go. Now, let's mix that in. Oh, that's so good.
Smells delightful, David.
Yes. Smell is as much part of eating as taste, because you actually do taste with smell. All right. Now, the pickles. A lot of you may or may not want to add pickles. Some of you may want to do onions. It's really your choice how you feel your tuna should go. I put in the pickles because it gives that little extra crunchy taste and a little bit of the vinegar to counterbalance again that fishy smell. It should add for a really great oomph. So I'm going to go ahead and cut up some of these pickles and then I'm throwing it right in. 1 second. Kitchen staff, you're supposed to have this all ready for me.
Sorry. Here's a knife.
Make sure your blade is nice and sharp. You know, the type that you might have in the house in case the psychopath comes by to take out your babysitter.
You watch way too much movies.
Anyways, I get these little stumpy pickles because they're so little stumpy and they're easy to cut up. One day, long ago, these were beautiful, wonderful, vivacious cucumbers. But time has made fools of them all.
Cool.
And vinegar. So you want kind of thick, consistent, chunky pieces, but at the same time, you also don't want it to be overpowering. So be somewhat sprouse with them, but make sure that they're chunky.
Why, David?
As just stated, you don't want it overpowering the taste of your tuna.
Wow.
Kitchen staff. Boy, you wish they went to culinary school like you did.
We're all not that lucky, David.
Nope. Because how could there be a noble class if there wasn't just the paupers?
You are so witty.
I think so. Especially to the troglodytes out there. Troglodytes. Alright, let's see. Now, normally on my cooking show, I would have had my kitchen staff already cut this up, but they didn't even have the cutting board ready, so you know, you get to see me cutting. What a joy it is.
What a joy, joy, joy.
And then you get to hear Deanna singing, which is a terror.
Excuse me?
Terror.
Excuse-moi?
Terror.
Excuse-moi?
Now, many of you may be wondering, how did I get my start in the culinary world? Well,
How did you?
I started watching the TV Food Network, and when I watched it, I said, that's something I could do, probably better than they do it. So I said, I'll do that. And here I am with my own network.
You're cute.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing. Do you need the plate set up, sir?
Yes, kitchen staff.
Okay.
Be nice that you start doing what you're supposed to.
Oh, that's funny. Do you want the small plates or the big plates?
Just go with what you think.
Let's go big plates.
That's my new catchphrase. Go with what you think. Because who needs serving sizes, right? Who needs quantification and measurements? Go with what you think. This looks about right. Some people say that methodology is not good for the cooking world, but I say go with what you like. All right, we've got these pretty much ready, so I've gone ahead and cut them up into nice chunklets. I'm going to put them in with the tuna. There we go, I used 3. All right, and we're going to go ahead and mix them in, this time clockwise again. We don't want to summon Cthulhu.
What?
There we go. And now that we've added in one more kind of pungent flavor, which is pickle, which has that vinegar, we're going to do one more dousing of the lemon just to cut it a bit. So 1 quadrant, 2 quadrant, 3 quadrant, 4, around the world and more. There you go. All right. Mix that in so that it's got that consistency you love. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of black pepper for a little bam. Kitchen staff, black pepper.
Got it.
Always clean as you go, that way it makes things a little bit easier. I prefer peppercorns. It leaves you a little bit of movement so that you are involved in the pepper making. There we go. Okay, swirl that in.
Alright.
Apparently kitchen staff is doing stuff that she should have did off camera. Alright, so today we were told to use the white bread, but we have a special treat. Sweet Hawaiian bread. This has a sweeter, more Hawaiian-y taste. There you go. Let's put these open. Just like a regular hot dog. Then you're gonna slam on a big chunkin' and slam on one more big chunkin'. Even it out. The plates.
I'm here behind you, sir.
That's chef, please, chef.
Oh, chef.
Didn't go to culinary school for nothing.
Shepper.
All right, scoop it. There you go. Now we need to accent the tuna. Something that will break up the monotony of just fish and bread. So today we'll be adding potato chips, which are chips combined with frying oils to make potato chips. I recommend off-name brand. Put it to the side. When you're plating, make sure that you have balance and symmetry to the plate. There we go. All right, you wonderful people. This has been David, and this is Cooking with Men with Taste. You have an excellent day, and as always, my kitchen staff, my sister Deanna,
Hello.
and me, David. Have a great day.